I'm here. Hello, Roger. Give me a sec and I'll just get the screen flipped over. I had to just quickly announce it on... I'm here. Hello, Roger. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I had to quickly announce it on my Discord there. So that's done. So we can flip over now. Right. Here we are. Back in Assetto Corsa Competitzione. Yeah, so I've decided to do another lap time chasing thing. Slightly different settings, I think I'm going to use here, and see how I go. So what I did last time, I was racing. I wasn't racing. I was lapping around Suzuka in Japan, and I got my time down. I think I started my first lap. It was a 2:09, and I got it down to a 2:04.2, which not bad. Pretty decent. Andy K. Hey, Andy. Yeah, nice to see you, bud. Yeah, so I got it down to a 2:04.2. And then what I did was I did a quick race in Suzuka against AI at 90%, because that's, I guess, where my limit is. And I didn't start from the front or anything. I didn't qualify. I just random position. I didn't do too badly. I think I even won one of them. But I want to go to a circuit that I'm much more familiar with, even though I'm familiar with Suzuka. It's a technical track. Silverstone, I'm very familiar with, and it's not as technical. So I want to give that one a go. So I'm going to be starting pretty much from a blank sheet. I've decided to go with the McLaren 720. Is it the S? I do know. I'll have to have a look. So we need to go into choose the event here. Now I'm going to use practice. I want to put other cars on the track as well this time, though, and not just have it be me. So hopefully they won't get in my way too much. I think we can do it. But what I need to do is make sure that we have a constant weather. I don't want any changing weather. Because if the track starts to get cooler, or the track starts to warm up, or it maybe starts to drizzle or something, it's kind of going to interfere with my lap times, because I'm going to be saying, well, I'm slower here. What the hell's Silverstone? Oh, yeah, I'm going to be saying, oh, I'm going to be slow here and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it's going to kind of throw me out. I need constant conditions so that my lap times are purely down to, what I do on track. This is the real life record, 1:56.6. I would love to dip under 2 minutes, but I don't know if I can. I've just looked at some league results for Silverstone, and they are in the 1:55.8s up to the last place guy, 1:57.5, between a 55 and a 57. And it says pro and am, so I don't know whether there's it, because if it is, it looks like 2 amateur drivers have beaten a pro driver. Or what I mean by that is 2 drivers in the amateur league have beaten a driver in the pro league. I don't know if I'm going to get down to that kind of level, because I'm not a full-on sim racer anymore. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I'm probably going to end well up. I deleted all my personal bests from my profile quite a while ago, so there's nothing there. All right, so we've got that, and we want static weather. So all this optimum grip level and dynamic weather disabled. So that there's no variables here at all. Nothing. And the reason I'm doing this is because today I need to vent. I'm in that mood and I just need to vent, and that will be, yeah, it is the S, and that either comes down to killing people in a game or sim racing, and maybe even making myself even more prone to a rage quit. I don't know. And I've had my fill of Elite Dangerous today. Wow, look at this. I'm having this. Yeah, I've had my fill of Elite Dangerous discussion today. Been doing it on the forum. Man, there's some idiots out there. Still, Still, we know that. So let's make sure all the assets are correct. So manual gearbox, automatic engine start. Yes, I can do it with the keys, but I can't be bothered. It doesn't work anyway. If I put that to manual. Okay, let's leave it on manual. Wipers come on automatically. We won't need that today. Lights come on automatically. Pit limiter. Yep. Stability control is off. Ideal line is not on either. Let's go. I always go into sim racing not knowing if I can do it. Headwise. I've just spent the last 8 hours watching Formula One testing. Well, 7.5 hours to be exact, because in the last half an hour I lost what do you call it? It wasn't broadcasting anymore. I just freeze framed and I wasn't getting the broadcast, so I lost the last half an hour. So what I'm going to do is start out on the safe setup. That's not going to be very quick and it's not very good, but I want to see where it puts me. So I'm going to do a couple of laps like this. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. We set this up wrong. I said I was going to have some opponents, but it looks like in practice there is no opponents. So I guess I'd have to go to custom race weekend and choose 1 hour the most. Well, okay. Let's bring this down to 11. Practice 2 is enabled. But for how long? And if I change the start time here, it's going to change the track conditions, I think, possibly. I don't know. Maybe. No, I think it should still follow the weather settings I have. Is this going to be another hour, though? 2 hours of practice. Oh, boy. What the hell? Let's go for it. So weather should stay the same. Yep. And it should be 2 hours. Yeah, there you go. Practice 2 times 60 minutes, which means after the first practice session, all the times will be removed, but at least I'll know my quickest time. And it will give me a chance to go up against the AI times as well. I'm going to get so many occasions where cars are going to be in the way and spoiling my best. Oh yeah, no, let's not do it. Sorry guys. Yeah, it's going to just pee me off dramatically. If I'm struggling and I'm certainly on my best lap, you know, 3/10 up in the first sector, and then suddenly there's a car blocking my view. I'm gonna lose it. I will lose my sugar. So let's go this way. Sorry about that. Morn turn. Hey Morn. How are you guys? You all right? Okay, so let's just go with, I think the current setup is the safe preset. So kind of pointless to use this because I'm not going to run with it or use it because it's not for me. But I want to see what kind of lap time it gives us.
Green light, go, go, go.
Now that's too loud for me. I don't know about you guys. Turn that down. Oh, I've got to turn the engine on. Okay, are the electrics not on? Now they are. There you go, I had to turn the electrics on. Now I have got a full load of fuel, so that's no good. I want to keep the fuel kind of... So we're looking at around 3.5 litres per lap. Let's call it 4 litres per lap. And I want to do 10 laps. So 40 litres. I think I used 25. Yeah, we'll go down to 30. That'll give me whatever laps. 3.35. That should give me 9 laps. Yeah, because I'm going to be pushing it. And we definitely need to be on brakes 1. That's the only changes I'm going to make. Not going to do anything else. Yeah, ED, yeah. I was, oh, I'll be honest. I had a couple of seconds where it flashed through my mind to just drop Elite Dangerous. At least for a while. Like a good while. Because, yeah, because Frontier. Nothing to do with the console thing. Just Frontier's staff. But yeah, different conversation. Let's go. Okay, so electric's on. Oh, I just turned them off. Let's go. Right, so what have we got on ABS and traction? Traction is 6. Okay, let's go down to traction 3. ABS, we'll bring that down to 3 as well. And let's go. I love this car. It's a little bit, if you set it up in a certain way, that the back end can really be tricky. Let me just check my settings, because oh no, it's okay. My steering felt really light there, but it's actually turned out. It's gone heavy now. Okay, I need to sit back a bit. There we go. Okay, so I know this track, and it looks like we've started from the old pit lane. This is the bit you have to nail right, and if you don't, you lose a lot of time. Wow, we are cold. Oh my god. Yeah, you can get burned out on it more, and that can happen. You know, I've had it a couple of times where I just got burned out on the game, and you just got to put it down a couple of weeks. And so I needed to do something else today, and I needed to just get this out of me. So we're coming on now to the Formula 1 starting grid, which is here. But the GT cars start from the old pit lane. Not really sure why. Well, this car at the moment is feeling, I don't know, let me just do a couple of corners. A couple of corners more. It doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. I know it's not a fast setup, but it doesn't feel too bad. Maybe that's because it's a safe setup. It just makes you feel safe in the car. So the tire pressures are just all over the place. But it's early days yet. We still need a bit more pressure in those tires. But they're nowhere near where we need them to be. Okay, let's start a lap and see where we are. But we're not up to temperatures yet anyway. T's and P's, let's call it. Temperatures and pressure. They're not quite up yet. Bumpy there, it's bumpy on the exit there. Yes, Morn, this is probably the best racing sim out there at the moment. In what it simulates, you know, the car data is accurate. The tracks are accurate to real world, including where all the bumps are, and it has, you know, day-night weather. And if you do heavy rain at night, it's just nightmare. third gear doesn't quill. I'll bet you after a few laps on an aggressive setup, I'm going to be doing fourth gear around that corner instead of third. So I'm going to do this lap. Hopefully it'll be clean, and then do another one. Hopefully that'll be clean. The tyre pressures. The only one that's anywhere close is the top left. Front left. It's top left on the screen, but yeah, front left. Start it. Always start Assetto Corsa in a good mood. Always end it in a bad one. Alright, here comes the... we're over 2 minutes already, so we've got a bit of a time to find. And our lap is a 2:07. Wow. And I find 7 seconds. That's just to break the 2-minute barrier. Ideally I need to find 10 seconds, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, that was a bit... yeah. Trying to push a bit harder now that we've got a bit more temp. This is the worst thing, to come out of that last corner where, you know, before you get onto the straight and you don't get a good exit. That's the worst time, because the fact that you've got a bad exit means you're not as quick, and that time you lose it down the entire straight. I'll try not to ramble so much more. Feel quite disheartened by a 2:07. Yeah, it is fourth gear through there. I thought it might be a little bit on the patchy side. So 1.6 seconds up. We've got to get a good exit though. Not really. Yeah, these are early days though, so shaving a second off is nothing right now. It's, you know, we couldn't go balls out on the first one because temperatures, pressures weren't up. The car's up to temperature now. Tyre pressures at the rear, not good. At the front, they're better, but they're not ideal either. See if we can go quicker without switching down to third here. That didn't really help. Now, I've got to keep this tidy. This is all about timing. That felt better, but I don't know if it will be. We'll see. I know. It was a better exit, I think, but we're making up time. Ooh, did I leave it too late? I did. I should have braked sooner there. I cost myself time. There's a good exit there. Can I keep it going? Yep. Trying to lift off as least as possible there without flying off the track, of course. Is first gear good there? Maybe. So front left tyres up to temp. Pressure, sorry. I'm always going to get that wrong. Rear tyres are not on pressure at all. Okay, so we're going to shave another 3.5 tenths off the time.
Got update. This is me, Silverstone.
Just starting to push a bit more now and see if we can keep the car on the track. That felt pretty damn good. The exit we're losing time on, but it felt good going through Maggots and Beckett's there. Braked a little bit earlier, but it may not have been enough. We're gaining time, but hey. Oh man, I left that so late. I think I probably lost all my goodness. Yeah, what did I lose? 3 tenths there? Schnitz. Great. Oh, you bugger. Yeah, everything I did there, all the good work I did is gone. Swine. Yeah, there's another second in, just in this setup, there's another second waiting. Try one more. How are we doing on fuel? We're okay. Yeah, we're okay on fuel. Oh, I braked too late. Invalid lap, but we'll push it anyway. Oh, you're mad, Rusty. What the hell? Very aggressive, but the car's holding on. But this is the problem. It's too stable, you know. Which means it's not quick enough. Yeah, I just shift down 3 gears. Oh, I hit the sausage. The other sausage. Oh, the car just holds on there. This setup's, considering it's just a safe setup, it turns in really well. I mean, you can see we're half a second up, and that's including the fact that I completely knackered the lap at the beginning, but gives you some kind of idea what the time could be. It's very stable. Oh, I thought, have I lost a bit of time? Yeah. Okay, one more. One more on this setup. Really hugged the inside there. Seems to have worked out. Oh, that made me nervous. A little bit wide. Come on, baby. Try not to swear, but it's kind of... Swearing comes naturally when I'm sim racing. So, it's going to slip out. Yeah, I balls that lap up as well. I reckon I should be half a second up here, and I'm nothing. I'm half a second up now, but I should have already gained another half before that. I believe anyway. Oh, swine! Hook it, hook it, hook it. So not a perfect lap, really, at the beginning. Didn't do really well. But you don't really have to take the curb, but oh, where did all the time go? I must have done a hellish last sector at some other point. Damn.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Okay, we're down to a 2:04. Well, I'm sure about that last lap. It was, I think, if we'd managed to keep the 3/10 at the end, it would have been a 2:01 plus the half, sorry, 2:03.9. Right? I can't remember the time. We would have had 3, 5, whatever the lap time I just put in, would have been 8/10 quicker, I think. Yeah, a lot of time to come yet, I hope. I hope. I mean, the car's quite stable as it is, but that's what the safe setup's all about, is keeping the car stable when you're pushing. But unfortunately, it's not the fastest way. So where did I really screw it up? It's hard to tell from this angle. Oh, the tearing, the graphics tearing. There, that was it, yeah. Ah, nightmare. And of course, because I lost that, all this that we're doing now, the time is ebbing away, ebbing away. And did you hear that? That's not good when you do that, right? Listen. I'll tell you what to listen out for. Okay, as we go into this corner, you'll hear me on the power, and then I'll come off the power, and then go back on it again. That's not how you're supposed to do it. The best way, really, is to come off the power as you're going into the corner, and then you don't put the power on again. You don't start accelerating again until you're prepared to carry on going all the way to full throttle. You don't want to go on and off, on and off. Yes, Ayrton Senna used to do that in corners, I know, but I'm not Senna, so tradition. So just have a listen to the car, on power, off power, and on again, in the middle of the corner. Not good. There, you hear that? The engine just dies and then comes back again. Listen. Can't even hear it from here. I'm sure I did it, but that's what it sounded like. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, come off. Okay. We didn't lose too much there, but not great. Okay, into the garage. Power out. Oh yeah, I thought you meant you had got a power cut or something. Right, let's now pick the aggressive setup, and we need to look. Once we've got a basic setup here, I'm just going to do the fuel and the brake pads and all that stuff. We'll do a few laps. We'll see where the tire pressures are, and also the tire temperatures here. IMO, inner, middle, and out. So the inner part of the tire the middle part of the tire and the outer. Ideally, you do not want more than 5. I don't know if these are meant to be degrees or whatever, but let's say they are. You don't want more than 5 degrees difference between inner and outer. Because if you do, then your camber is too much, and you need to adjust this. I'm not going to go into the caster yet. Towing we might get into, but we'll see. So first thing is, I'm happy with TC3 ABS 4K. Maybe you could do 3. I've just been running with 3, so hell, why not? ECU map 1, I think that is correct. That is going to give us the fastest mappings. And then, what did we have? 30. We had 35 liters before, didn't we? So let's keep that, even though the fuel calculation has been changed here. But yeah. Brake pads on 1. I'm going to leave everything else as it is for now because I don't know where we sit. This, I did read up on this again, but I've really got to familiarize myself with which settings. I know this is dependent on how much travel your bump stops have. I don't know. Not really into that so much. I'll have to get used to it though. Dampers I'm not going to touch. And actually I could go into telemetry laps here. If we're going to run say 5 laps, I could put this to 5. Count the out lap as well, so that's 6. And what it'll do is, if I run the recording software, Motec, it will show me an overlay of my laps. Shall we do that? Let me run Motec. And then it'll show you what the dampers are doing. I can't say I'm an expert in Motec. Some of the areas are a bit out of my pay grade, but if you stick with those kind of things, you can learn them. So let me just find, I know I've got Motec on my desktop, but I'm looking at the M's. Maybe it's not under M. I think it might be under I for i2 Motec Pro. This is professional software. This is what gets used in real racing. Let me just type it in. Motec. Working on it. Okay, if you're working on it, it means you haven't got a clue. Bear with me, guys. I'll see if I can bring it up. Motec. There we go. Motec i2 Pro. Okay, so we got that running. We don't need to have it running right now. All this is going to do is just going to record the telemetry of my laps. So my out lap plus 5 hot laps. It's going to record that, and then we can load that data in with Motec, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's all proper telemetry traces from your lap. Okay. So we've got everything right. This is the aggressive setup. Yep. Just make sure your pads are on 1 because that's for brake pads 1 don't last very long, but we don't need them to. We just need them for qualifying. So all I'm going to concentrate on my first run is tire pressure, and then once we come back to the pits, we'll take a look at the tire temperatures and make modifications on those. However, I want to do tire pressures first, I think, because if I start adjusting camber if I start adjusting camber, so we get a good OMI readings here, then once I start messing with pressures, I may have to adjust these again. So I'm just going to concentrate on these for now. I'm going to start with, see, there's a lot of right-hand turns in Silverstone because it's clockwise. So there's more pressure going on the left-hand side wheels, right? More pressure on this side because the car is going to be leaning on those tires heavier into the right-hand corners. So to start with a lower pressure than the right is the correct way to do it. Well, let's see how we are. And we've got even less pressure on the back wheel, probably because of the weight, the engine back there and everything. I don't know, let's just run. Passing knowledge. That's all you need though, Morn, is the passing knowledge. The knowledge of how to pass other cars. Alright, so electronics are on. Let's start the engine. Caster. Caster, it's like sugar. Hold on. I'll try and... Oh. Where's my mouse pointer gone? Every time I try and get my mouse pointer back, it brings up the bloody Motec software. There we go. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Something in the air right now. All right. So caster is this. So it says here, caster, the angle of the suspension when viewed from the side. So I guess that can be changed probably by, I don't know, do you just move the axle? I don't know. You've got negative caster, positive caster, and neutral caster. Caster angle impacts the stability of the car and how heavy the steering feels. It also causes the car steer to self-center. I don't know why you would ever use this. I know it says rarely used, but I can't imagine why you would. It is correlated with the wheel camber when the wheels are turned. Caster is important during braking as well. When cornering in the middle section of the corner, too high caster equals understeer. Basically, high caster is good when cornering in, but too high can cause understeer in the middle of the corner. Then you've got your camber here, and then of course your toe is this. This is your towing. So your toes are just how your wheels. This is exaggerated, by the way. They don't actually do this, but yeah, this is. Yeah, road cars have got this as well. Your road car has got a certain amount of camber or toe in. Generally on a road car, I think the rear camber would be dead zero. But you'll notice, like on BMWs or Mercedes cars, when they turn the steering wheel to full lock, they kind of bend out a little bit. Well, that's all to do with this stuff. So yeah, I'm working off this, your tire temperatures, and then I'm also working off this as well, which is pretty much the same deal. Solution to handling issues. So I'm just looking at all of this stuff to kind of refresh my brain, as it were. Yeah, negative's weird, isn't it? Alright, we've got the engine running. We've got to beat a 2045. Otherwise, something's wrong. But they work together, right? So you can change rear toe. You wouldn't put negative toe on the rear. You just don't do that. But if you change the toe, it can cause better stability or less stability on the rear. So if you've got a crap stability and you use the toe to fix it, I don't know where I'm going with this line. What I'm basically saying is there are many ways to cure rear instability. Toe in is one of them, but you could alter that toe in, and it might not be your best solution, because there might be maybe changing the anti-roll bars would have been a better idea. And this is why you find, motorsport teams always trying to fiddle with setups, tweaking up things to try and get the best setup that they can. And they try all sorts of different setups. So it's a combination of a lot of different things, and I'm not entirely expert in knowing, if the rear end steps out or gets a little bit squiffy, I can't just say, oh yeah, let's change the anti-roll bar, or let's change the toe in, because I can't pinpoint which one should I change, but it can be just trial and error. This car feels a lot more oversteery now. So yeah, it could be that with the rear end might get a little bit squiffy in this lap, unless I completely spin. It's very pointy at the moment, but so we need to run a few laps, get the tyre temps up. Here we go. And pressures, temps and pressures, both. Brakes are cold, but hopefully we'll be okay. Wow! Okay, I know you didn't see it, but I felt the wheels give way a little bit there. My force feedback told me. It almost feels like the gearing is different, but it's not. It's probably the downforce. That was a bad exit. I need to not have a bad exit coming out of that corner, ever, because it costs me way too much lap time. You have to nail the exit there. Oh my god, it's slipping again at the back. The rear end's getting away. I'll see if I can drive around it by just not being so aggressive on the throttle or something, I don't know. 3/4 of a second slower. That's big. Oh, it's not as nice going into there. I don't know. The car gives you the impression that it wants to turn in, or it's going to turn in, and then it kind of fools you. Let's see where we are. What the car's doing on the entry to the corner, in the middle of the corner, and on the exit. Well, that was understeer immediately on the entry. Alright, here we go for another lap, but my tyres are a little bit dirty, but anyway. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm surprised with 2/10 down already. Really surprised with that. Okay, I just tried to lift off the throttle and not tap the brakes. That doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, I had to try it just to see if the car could do it. Maybe I can dial the setup down so it can do it. But then it might compromise the rest of my lap. Oh dear, man. I think I need to brake earlier there because the car doesn't like that corner. Whoa, see? And while the car's getting loose, I can't put the throttle down. So I'm losing time. Okay, I need to downshift there as well. I'm trying to go around there in 5th gear now. Wouldn't do it. So it does feel pointy in the slow corners, but in the medium or fast corners, it feels understeery. Ugh. Two and a half seconds slower. Left that way too late, but hey. And that twitch was because we're on the dirty part of the track. So that doesn't help. Alright, let's give it another go. I need to get clean laps in so I can get accurate tyre pressure and temperature readings. back end's getting away, look. And there goes all the time. So, what's causing them? Let's... Oh, shit. This is a stupid thing, that you can't press escape unless you're stopped. That's not good for league racing. So, I need to get on top of what's going on here. I am braking later, but still. See, look at the back end, look at that. That's horrible. So let's have a look at the moment that I apply the brakes and then turn in. Okay, so coming up to the 50 meters, brakes are on around, what, 60? Turning in now, and there goes the back end already. So that could just simply be down to carrying too much speed. In other words, I need to brake a little bit more. I didn't brake very much. If you look at the brake lights, they weren't on for long. Watch the brake lights here. Oh, actually they were on for longer than I thought. I am barely touching the pedal though. Alright, so. Oh dear. Look at the temps here, 90, 92, 80 and 78. So the PSI, we need to be around 27.5 to 28. So let's just preemptively do now the rear end. There are ways to combat this. So if we tow in on the front, might be a bit early to start messing with this though. So tow in is in the plus, and we're already at 1.8. So that would be adding. It would help rear stability. But it might not be the right option. What are we on the wing? 6. Also another thing, brake bias. I like it a little bit more forward. And of course, these two settings as well. Take a look. Okay, let's run some more laps and see what happens. Okay, engine on, please. The aggressive setup is supposed to, well, if you can make use of if you can get the potential out of it, it's going to be a faster lap time. Very bumpy there, eh? I wonder if this is better for me. I'll tell you what changes here is the field of view. Yeah, it's weird. The rear end, I don't like it. I knew this was a characteristic of the McLaren. going into this, but I'm going to see if we can get it dialed out or something. Yeah, I'm correcting all the way through that corner. Not good. It's kind of off throttle oversteer. So that could be down to our suspensione. Maybe make the front a little bit more stiff. Or soften the rear. Let's see if I can keep this thing not on the road, but keep it from sliding. Alright, start the lap. Oh, it still wants to do it though. I braked earlier to try and compensate, but it still wanted to do it. I think clipping that curb on the inside is a bad idea. What the hell am I doing? What am I playing at? Keep going, data gathering. I think I should brake later and brake harder. Still a valid lap, I just messed it up. Oh, sugar lumps. Not ideal to have to do what I just did. Quicker, but it's not by much.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Oh, it's slidey around there. Have to cure that. You can also mess with the ride height as well. What's the best way to get an exit out of there? Don't drive in there like a psycho. That'll be a start. Up. Let's see if we can keep that. Turns in lovely there. Okay, so now we're a second up. Losing a little bit of time. Just.
1
completely my fault. I don't know why I went down to second so soon, but it's okay.
Well done, mate. That's your fastest lap.
I can't handle that turn one. Can't handle turn one. We need to fix turn one badly. Now I don't know if these PSIs are from the slide we just had or what, but they're okay ish. Right. So telemetry. Let's have a look. See if I can show you guys this. So I'm going to need this and this. Bear with me, guys. I need to open the file. So Silverstone. Fastest time, 23 years, 57 months. All right, let me see if I can get this for you. Coming up on screen as soon as I can find how to do it. 3, 2, 1. Probably 0 in a minute. Right click, transform, fit to screen, and show. Where the hell am I? I don't know how many laps I just did, but I'm sure they should be noted. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the lap that I did, the 203, there's the 205. Then I did it. Oh, it might be. Why is that in an orange box? Is that because it didn't count? What is this? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Anyway, yes, so these, we're not gonna, are we gonna compare? Okay, so this is my speed. Now usually we get a track map. So you can see where about on the track we are at the time that we're doing this. However, mouse and keyboard. You probably can get away with mouse and keyboard, but I don't expect to be posting in any amazing times. Oh, we've got track here. I didn't get it for Suzuka. So as we approach, where's my little mousy thing? My little spindly thing. Is it this? Yeah, so red dots. Oh, you can't see it. Ah, fine. Second, guys. Second. All right. So the red dot obviously is our car. And this is me going into the first corner, and where's my brakes? There, here. So the purple down here is my brakes. So this is where I apply the brakes. Something in the air right now. So I'm in the brakes. Now I'm on full brakes for that length of time. And then there I'm at what, 54% brakes. I'm bleeding off the brakes. See, this might be the problem. I'm braking here. Full brakes, not for long. And then I haven't even started entering the corner yet. And I'm already coming off the brakes, which is correct to enable me to coast the corner. And I'm in third gear. These are my revs. This is my steering angle. Now look, you can see here, I can resize all of these and stuff like that, but you can see this little thing here, this little hill, okay? That is not good. I'm turning to the right here. That's what this downward line is. Okay, here, going down, I'm turning. I wish I could know how to use this better so I can magnify this up. Horizontal zoom, is that what I want? I guess so. Yeah. So, if we look at this, this is me going into the corner, all right, and I'm steering to my right. But then I stop steering because I'm in the corner. Then the car gets a bit twitchy, and this hill is me doing a slight counter steering. Now I'm slightly counter steering. Do we have the steering wheel up on here? Can we do that? Steering, view, show track. I was wondering whether there was one that showed a little steering wheel. Track report, rainbow track position, gauge, steering wheel, okay. Oh, really? You're not going to just put it up there? Channel. I don't know. All right. Is this representative? Oh, it's gone. I think it's not picking up data. I need to, oh bloody hell, wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys, I'll see what I can do here. So, where did I find it? Add gauge. What's this? Race control view. Okay, so add steering wheel. The channel will be the steering angle, okay? And there's two here. No. We do this one? I'll do the first one, steer angle. Position, sorry, positive channel value rotates the wheel clockwise, I would say. No, actually it'd be anti-clockwise, I think. Right, now you need to stay on top. Can we do that? Properties. Display. I need to keep it on the top. I don't want it to disappear. You are going to disappear, aren't you? The moment I click this, swine. It's behind now. Good evening, Joe May and Curtis Hawkins. Yeah, mouse and keyboard are not ideal, but I think you kind of can here. It's just not perfect, as it says. Okay. You guys still can't see the track map because I didn't turn it over. Okay, hold on a minute then. Let me just take this off a moment. I'm going to see if I can... Oh no, the steering wheel has disappeared. How do we get around that? Maybe docking it? Okay, I'm going to see if I can do a better thing here. So, bring it into desktop mode. Take off window. Go to add gauge steering wheel. Shut up. Which gets plugged into steering angle. This one. But it needs to stay, the bloody thing needs to stay on top. There's no option here to keep it on the top. as soon as I try and move this, the window disappears. It's hateful. Oh, you nightmare! Why do this? Why you do this? You're crazy, man. I'm going to choose the other steering angle here. And come here. Right, can you be resized? Yes. Okay, can you dock somewhere? Doesn't look like it, does it? But why the hell are you disappearing? Like I can't even pin it. So I've got my out lap 1, lap 2, lap 3 here. Can't really move. Oh, it's killing my... yeah, I want to keep this on screen, guys, but I can't. If I didn't have this window maximized, I could probably do it, but then I've got my desktop behind and I don't want to do all that. And it's not worth it. I've got like 3 people watching, so yeah. So I'd like to keep this there. And I would have thought there would be an option, but there isn't. So that is seriously disappointing. So you'll just have to take my word for it that when I get to there, that's me counter steering. So as I go through Maggots Beckett's here, or just here, coming through this sequence, there's my steering. I'm turning to the left, then quickly to the right, and then back again. And then I'm steering all the way to the left, staying on the left, coming out, steering back to the right, sorry, to the left again, got it wrong way around, steering to the left again, and then we're on the straight. There's my speed. Now my brakes, when I brake, I get to the end of the straight. No, you're not going to scroll. So I want to get to the end of the straight. Why are you not? Oh, you know you're a nightmare. You know you are. No, you are. Okay. So the purple at the bottom is my brake. So down, down, down the straight we go, and there's the brakes. Braking, full power on the brakes. There's the throttle. As I'm downshifting, I'm blipping the throttle. It's going ring, ring, ring as I'm downshifting the gears. The yellow is the gear, and as you can see, when we drop a gear, we blip the throttle. So that's full braking, and then starting to bleed off the brakes as we enter the corner. Perfect. So turn one. Did I brake to? That should be my brake point, really, I guess. Should it? I'm starting to brake here. There. Yeah, the thick white line here is what's displayed on the screen. The thin white line is to move it here. Yeah, so you can study this and see, you know, this is wrong, that's wrong, stuff like that. You can tell where you're braking, and then you've got things like this is your brake and throttle, and these are your wheel speeds. They don't all spin at the same speed. Now, where's the suspension? Yeah. So this is where you would look at your damper settings, so you'd know how to adjust them in the game. You really need this software to work that out. I haven't got a clue what I'm looking at here. So we've got, this is suspension, so here's your suspension travel. 23 millimeters on the left front, 27 on the left rear, 13 and 20. So you'll notice there's a lot less suspension travel on the rear. You can't have a rear front, Rusty. On the right front, a lot less suspension travel. So I don't know how to look at this. This is my speed. And did I get rid of the track map? It looks like it. I think it's just T I have to press. Oh, come on, stupid thing. Okay. So this is my suspension travel going through, like here, for example. As we take this right-hander, the yellow and the green, which is the left side, you can see the travel being, I think, compressed. I think, because we're going right. Actually, it's not being, the spring's being compressed, but it's traveling. It's now the travel is moving, so this is why we're getting this. What about on the straight here? Yeah, they're more or less together, but you can see that the blues, I got the blues, the two blues, which is the rear, the right front and the right rear, are oscillating quite a lot. I don't know why they would be different to the left-hand side, but you might want to dial down the settings based on that, you know. But I don't know. I'm not schooled enough to read that data and go, we need to change something here, you know. So yeah, I don't really know that well, unfortunately. So this is just going to keep, this game's just going, this sim is just going to keep saving my last 6 laps the whole time, if I want to peruse over them. So what are we going to do about the rear stepping out in a mid to high speed corner? Well, let's have a look at ride height. I'm going to lower the front by a couple. Keep the rear there. That's going to help push downforce onto the back of the car. That might be enough. Have I already? We've already changed tires. Schnooks. Okay. I wanted to also look at the temperatures, because another thing is if you're... It's hard to see here. Yeah, you can adjust the temperature of your tires by altering the brake ducts. The amount of brake duct is how much air is getting into the brakes. But if you turn that down so less air is getting in, the brakes are going to be running a little bit hotter. You don't want them too hot, but that's going to in turn heat up the rim and heat up the tire. So you can help that way. I don't know what the significance of this is. 8.9. Well, I know what it is. It's an 8.9% difference in height between the front and the rear. So it's nearly a 9% difference. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, let's see if we can do a little run. If you can learn from me, Morn, then you're a better man, because I don't know very much. Half of what I'm saying is probably a load of cobblers, but I don't know. Alright, let's see how the car reacts, see if it's a bit more stable going into turn 1. And if not, we'll have to make some other changes. Maybe make it a little bit more understeer. I don't want to go too much on that, because I don't want to compromise going into some of the other corners that are okay. hard can I push there? Not very much. Okay. See, that could just be down to I didn't brake enough. I didn't brake at the right moment. Yeah, you could brake too late, or you could brake at the right moment but not brake hard enough. That all contributes to not getting into the corner properly. Yeah, it's still twitching out a little, but I can understand why it's doing it. I'm going to change my driving, make it a bit smoother. You can hear it. You can hear the tires scrubbing. It's not good. It doesn't make me confident to push into the corners, and therefore you don't get the time. Wow, she's... yeah, it's not good. I think I know what I'm gonna adjust, but we'll see. Let's go on the first hot lap then. I'm just bleeding off the brakes slower. Instead of just coming straight off the brakes, I'm doing it a little bit slower. To do with weight distribution. That feels so much slower around there. 4/10 down already. This is ridiculously bad. How can the safe setup be so much quicker? Turns well through there. Understeers in the high speed. Crikey. Can't believe how slow this lap is. Okay, so releasing the brakes slower and not just coming straight off them is helping the car there. We did not want to take that corner, and that put me out of position. It did not want to take that corner. So that's understeer. Jesus Christ, it's the way the car's behaving, it's just making me not understand what I need to change. I'm not getting it. This is what separates the average from the good, and the good from the great, and the great from the aliens. car just wants to slide. I should not be in second gear there. If I ever go in second gear at that point, something's gone wrong with the lap. I don't think that's a second gear corner. But hey, whatever. This is terrible. We're a second down already, there's no point continuing. Coming in too. Let me just have a look at this email. That's it. Okay. Go away, phone. There's both understeer and oversteer. It's depending. There's 3 types of corners, okay? You've got slow corners, medium corners, and high-speed corners. If the car is understeering in high speed, it's a completely different setup change than if the car's understeering in a slow-speed corner. Yeah, there's so many things here we can have a look at. The problem is, where the hell do you start? Are these representative? I don't know. So let's have a look at rear camber. Go a bit more. Now then, let me just take another look at this preload differential. Where the hell's the bit I was looking at in this browser about the preload? I saw it earlier. Have been somewhere else. It wasn't somewhere else, but the only thing I can assume it must be. Or I was looking at a different page, perhaps. I've got setup guides on my laptop and on my PC, and I don't know if they're the same ones. They look the same page, but maybe not. So if I go silent, I'm just trying to read some things. I'm going to go 1 up on the anti-roll bar here. I want to know which way to alter this. I think it's up, but I swear that it was on this page. Nope, not on this page. Dip me in soy sauce and call me. Ah, here we go. Preload. So, more understeer, more oversteer at corner exit. Okay, more agile turn in, more stable turn in. So, okay, so we're going to up the preload. There. See if that dials out turn 1. What else is wrong with the car? High speed understeer. I'm trying to replay the lap in my mind. High speed corner would be stow, I guess. I mean, it could do with a bit more turn in maybe, but it's okay. What's wrong with this? Good evening, Commander Razor Firefly. Yep, petrol heads and diesel something. Dumplings. I'm well off the pace. 203.2 is my best. How am I going to get 3 seconds? Easy. Find the magic setup and take some fuel out. Well, fuel can come out later. That'll give us a bit of extra speed, but I want to dial the car in first. See, I go into second because I need more mechanical grip there. Let's go for this. Come on, Rusty, come on. Brake at the curb. Yeah, she'll turn in on the out lap, but come the hot lap, she'll kill you. Trust me. I don't get pissed off about the spin, I get pissed off about ruining the tyres. Oh, did you stall? Yeah, it's what it does to the tyres that does my head in. And then I lose pressure while I'm trying to get the car back. You can see the left-hand tyres have taken some heat damage there. Thankfully this is only an outlap, so the time didn't count anyway. Come on, left-hand side tyres. Get your temperature down. Try not to put too much on them, but the brakes are cold. Let me just ride the brakes a little, get them warm. Okay. Need new tyres really, but we'll go with it. Run it round the outside for maximum speed. Too cautious round there now. Stay on the racing line, Rusty. How is it that I go from... Before I take that last corner, my lap time is on par with my best. The moment I take that last corner coming onto the straight, I lose everything. Something's wrong with that last corner. Fuck this car setup, man. I don't know whether I should change the rear wing or change the TC. Maybe the TC is the thing I need to change. You see how you go from being happy at the beginning to... Yeah. What is it about this fucking corner? Put the kids to bed, I'm swearing now. So here fine, here fine, here fine, but then here. I need to be in the middle of the track here, around the outside there, and then just try and stick in the middle there. I brake so late there, and the car hangs on nicely. And when I do it on the exact same thing on the hot lap, nope, doesn't want to know. I have an itchy eye, guys. I need to sort my itchy eye out. Oh, lovely. Ugh. I don't know if stiffer suspension would help. Maybe softer suspension would help. If anything, I would stiffen the front though, so that when I whack the brakes, I don't get so much weight transference. But I'm not even touching the brakes there. I'm just turning the steering. So I don't know. Softer suspension would help in that case. But then it's not just bump stops and how much the bump stops travel and all that crap. There's lots of areas of setup I don't understand yet, and how they correlate with one another. And as much videos as I watch, I still don't get it sometimes. Or I can watch it and go, ah, that's what you mean, okay, I understand. And then the next day it's all forgotten and I'm clueless again. So I'm really fighting a lot of battles here. So anyway, we've got traction control up on 4 now, which is not ideal. Yeah, that was okay. I can explain every millimeter of that, and I'm going to explain every millimeter of why that happened. What would be the best place to do it from? Here? Maybe. It's all to do with track position. Okay, so here's what you do. Left hand wheels over this curb, but not touching the sausage curb here. So you just want to be going normal through there. Knowing that you need to straighten this as much as possible so that your right hand wheels are going to clip this curb here. Right? I hope you can see my mouse pointer, but there you go. So left wheels over there, nice. Keeping it fairly straight. You don't actually, yeah, okay, let's have a look, see where we are. That's okay. Now you're aiming for the same curb on the opposite side of the road. Now we've gone out a bit wide there. You see, it's the suspension's oscillating, and we're out wider than we should be, I think. So now I'm having to pull it back. Anyway, this is when it gets to the point where, now do you remember on the previous lap, on the out lap, I said when I was going through here slowly, and I said that I needed to be in the middle of the track to run around there nicely. That's what I had in mind right here. But coming off this curb, I wasn't in the middle. My car was being dragged out towards the outside, towards the right hand side. I'm just going to minimize my browser to see if you can see. Yeah. And it's going to put my right wheels on this curb, and I wanted to avoid the curb again. I didn't want to hit the curb. So I steered to the left to try and drag the car back from where it is to the middle, and the car didn't like it. See, watch that now. You see the car's turning left? That's me trying to adjust so I can take the middle as opposed to clipping the inside. And so now I've got myself where I want to be. Now I'm turning into the corner. But what's happening is the weight has now shifted, because I've done that in one quick movement. The weight has shifted from the right hand side to the left hand side, and it shifted quickly enough. It's upset the car, and the car has said no thanks, and that's why we're spinning. So that's what happened there. So suspension, yes, let's have a look at suspension. Dampers I'm not going to go into. So do I want to stiffen things up? Well, if we up the wheel rate on the front, get the yellow closer to the red. The problem here is at the back it's so different. It's so different here, man. I don't want to go any further with this. It looks... What about the range? Bring the range down a little. Is that too much? Am I now providing less distance and therefore making the suspension stiffer? We can only try it, and if it's worse, then we know we went the wrong way, right? I can also change the steering ratio to get a more responsive car. If I bring the steering wheel, I'll mention steering wheel later in the sentence. If I bring the steering ratio down, then it means when I turn the steering wheel, the car will be more responsive into the corners. Maybe I want it a bit less. Maybe 12 isn't the ideal place. Jimmy! No, Jimmy, the Frontier game is a Formula One manager. This is not Formula One, and it's not management, it's racing. This is Assetto Corsa. Well, my thinking, Morn, is if I stiffen the rear suspension, then the weight can't transfer from right to left. See, if you think of all the weight on the right hand side and then I suddenly turn the wheel quick and all the weight's traveling to this side, if I have stiff suspension, it's not going to let the car roll as much, and so it won't upset it. You see, where with the softer suspension, the car will roll more. You know, and I want to minimize that roll. Yeah, Need for Speed is arcade rubbish. It's not for me. I prefer the simulators. Alright, let's give this another go. I'm putting traction control back to 3. Crazy that I'm changing such small things to try and get 3 seconds of extra pace. It's not going to happen, clearly. I'm going to need to drive a lot more. Cut the understeer there, but that's okay because T's and P's are not up yet. Control is fine. I could probably go down to 2. Let's try traction control 2, which is even less. So the car's going to interfere even less now. Probably not a good move, but we'll see. And McLaren probably isn't the easiest car to drive in this game either. Like, what I mean is, it's not the easiest game. It's not. Oh bloody hell! It's not the easiest car to drive to squeeze a fast lap out of. You know, the BMW or the Ferrari might be easier to squeeze a fast time from, and this one might be a bit more tricky to set up, is what I mean. Here we go. Nope. Didn't like that at all. I could push a lot harder with the safe setup through there. Okay, so the car is more turny now, which means it was able to stay in the middle. And we're still up on the time, so that's something. Let's see what corner we screw it all up on. Lost the time? I think I know where we lost the time. I think I know. But man, what a disappointment. Fuck you, I was not going to lift off there. Fuck that. No way. I wasn't going to let you have it. I'd rather screw up my lap time than let you have that one. You know, making me want to telling me you need to lift off now. You need to lift off now. No, sir. No, sir. I don't. I keep my foot in. You see how much it's turning in? It's ridiculous. So, low speed turn in. Low speed oversteer. So far, let's see. Yeah, okay, fuck it. Low speed oversteer. I wouldn't class turn 1 as low speed, but let's just pretend it is. So, low speed oversteer. So, we're going to come down there. I don't know whether to go up on that one as well. Let's do it. Old school. Do you know what? I don't like this pissing thing. Because I have to keep leaning forward to press a key to start the engine, and it's pissing me off. Probably going to keep doing it manually now until the end of the session. It's amazing, isn't it? I go to a better setup, I can't get anywhere near my best time. A little bit of understeer, but that's understandable because we're not up to temperature. We should have more grip when we are. When I'm on an outlap or a lap that's been burned, I just try different things sometimes. So if you see me going off, probably because I'm trying something a bit different. Experimentation to find out where limits are of certain points of the track. It's hard to keep a coherent conversation going when you're driving. It's hard enough for me at the best of times. Okay, let's see how aggressive we can be in turn 1. was better, but the moment I turned in was not the correct moment to do it. I was too late. Oh, Scheisenhausen. Fuck me. I actually thought the car would be able to handle that. I hate this car. I should have picked a different car. I should have started with a different car. I knew this was the wrong car to choose. But considering I'm not getting anywhere, I maybe can pick a different car. Give you a bit of bumper view or bonnet view. Not that there's much of a bonnet, but hey. Third gear? Are you kidding? I'm not taking Grandma to the shops. That was me. I just put the throttle down. Maybe we should try a lap like this in this view. It doesn't look like it's going to work too well for me, but I'll give it a go. It's difficult to judge what the car's doing from this view, but we'll see. It's easier to hit your apexes though. See, we were gaining and then we lost. Fuck this car, man. The rear end just can't do anything. It just can't. So, I'm going to change cars because I'm going to change to a car that should be worse at the back end. But I'll guarantee you it probably won't be. Guarantee you probably, yeah. It's probably not going to be. So, we're switching to the Porsche, this one. Let's see what we have in terms of... No, you've already done that bit. See if we've got any nice liveries. Not that it matters. That's nice. Go with that one. So, we're basically starting from scratch again. Bucket. Yeah, it's like a domino effect. It's more when you say it's surprising how much. That's down to weight transfer mainly. And also if you mess up in one corner and you've got another one coming up straight after, yes, it's going to screw you up for the next corner and the next one. And you'll be off until you get onto the next, you'll be off time-wise until you get onto the next straight. It's a killer. So straight into the aggressive setup then. And this Porsche likes to consume a little bit more fuel, so we're going to have either do less laps or put more fuel in. It's going to make it heavier. It's got the engine at the back, I think, so it should be more prone to spinning out at the back. Maybe it isn't.
Green light, give it all you can.
Oh, okay. I've got no idea where the steering wheel is. I think we're centered, but I can't be sure. I'll soon find out. Okay. What am I doing? First gear. That would help. Okay, we are straight. Yes, fuck the McLaren, because it's got a rear end on it that I can't cure. Not without compromising. I can cure it, just stick a shitload of wing on and change the anti-roll bars. Problem with that is it's going to cost me a shitload of lap time, you know, and I'm not prepared to give that lap time up. Maybe I should just call it a day on sim racing and you know, and just say my time has passed. I don't know. And it's not like you can just get an alien sim racer to say, here, Rusty, here's a car setup, go with that one. It's really fast. It doesn't work. Because that setup is adjusted for their driving style, not mine. Understeer. Yep. Understeer. Really bad. I'll just cycle through a few cars if I have to until I get one that I'm comfortable with. The Ferrari's never done anything wrong with me, so maybe the Ferrari will be a choice. This car feels worse than the McLaren. Early days, I know, but I'm comparing it to early days McLaren. The engine sound is completely different, so I'm going to have to retune my ears for that, so I know when to shift. Terrible and slow. The car should have turned round to me there and said, is that all you got? Oh, fuck me, I'm chasing. Alright, I'm not playing. I'm not chasing a car that's doing this shit through Maggots and Beckett's. Can't be bothered. So, Ferrari. Sky. Yeah, right, I'm going to advertise you. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's do a livery. Give myself a little bit of a break here. Okay, I've got an idea what I want to go with here. Don't know if it'll work, but try it. Now, does it need to be that black? Probably not quite that black. So we'll go 344. Gloss. Gloss or satin metallic? Let's have a look. I think glossy on this one. Okay. Now this one's going to be the kicker. I think 205, and definitely we want something metallic-y. Yeah, something along these lines. Okay, can we get a brighter color maybe? Okay, so we've got metallic 203. Okay, so let's do the same with the base on the wheels. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now the accent, got to be a deep red, right? Blood red. lot of 248 is good. How's that looking? See, if we take this and keep it... I've lost the colour now. It was in my... I just saw it there. Let's just pick pink. Okay, so 203. So if we pick the same here. There we go. Now there's no... there's effectively no third colour now. Alright, so accent would be... what was the number again? 344 gloss. So 344 gloss. And that puts the accents in there, in the wheels there. Auxiliary lights, do we have them? I think we do. I can't see them, but we got them at the back. Ah, there, is that him on the sides? Let's go yellow. Ah, there we go. How's that looking? And number. Team name. Team name. Team name. Pro-Am. I definitely am. Or in my case, it would be am not. So, nationality, England. Be nice if it put a flag on or something. So, black and gold racing. That gold is a bit, I don't know, it's a little bit deep for my thinking, I think. Oh, I've got the wrong thing, go back. No! You close. Here we go. Trim, accent, trim, 203. So I want it in gold, but I don't want maybe such a deep gold. You know what I mean? That's too brassy, that's copper brass looking. I want gold looking. It has to look damn gold. That looks crazy good. Oh, it's only a small difference, but that deep black. Yeah, we're going to change all these to 213s. Possibly a bit too dark for the wheels. Evil. Okay. What do we call it, guys? I know. No, it's not going to be what you think. Hairy Paw Racing. I don't know. Whatever. It don't matter. We can edit it later. If anyone thinks of a good one, they can let me know. Right, so we have got a gorgeous car here. If it goes as well as it looks, we're not going to have much of a problem. We might even get some wet running in as well. Oops, how come I didn't even... What am I doing that I'm not saving the car properly? Where's Hairy Paw? There. Okay. Ah! Bloody shoulder.
This is the epic outline of Silverstone, opened in 1948, changed from time to time over the years, but still the essence
Okay, Hairy Paul Racing.
Green light. Give it all you got.
We not have a better view. I keep not remembering to forget of not knowing what the free cam is. Free cam? Look at all these controls though. I mean, seriously. Oh, Num8 and Num2 does FFB gain. Okay. Traction control settings, ABS settings, traction control settings again. I think there are two different ones. Engine mapping settings. What about cameras? Did I go past them? Car systems, electronics, lighting system, view. I'm pretty sure there is a free cam. And it may be a hidden button. They've done that in Assetto Corsa where they just, it's not documented, but it has one. And then you've got here, the Alt keys. Move up, move forward, move back. So up, Alt is presumed. So page up, page down for backwards and forwards, and then the cursor keys for, I don't know if that's actually going to work here though. It doesn't work in this camera view. Or that one. I've just brought up the game filter, which I don't know why. That has to... I'm pressing all of the buttons. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have an outside view here though? Yeah. Okay, I'm saving screenshots on all sorts. There we go. I have no idea what I did, but I did it anyway. So, the wheels don't look as metallic-y now. Oh, we're moving with the camera, are we? Okay. Let's get into the click pit. Are we on the right setup? Doesn't look like it, does it? Setup. Aggressive. Electronics 3.4. Okay, let's try 3.3. Brake pads 1. Fuel 3 litres per lap. Nice. Get it down to 30 then. Okay. It's got a nice cockpit, this thing. Yeah, F7. Seems to be. Right. Helmet view, no. And it's a Ferrari, so it's going to sound pretty good. Also, your field of view in the game can really have an effect on your lap time. So you don't want it too narrow, because then it looks like everything's coming past you at 1,000 miles an hour, and it doesn't help your lap time. So you've got to put in a lower number, so the scenery's coming past seemingly slower, and it allows you more time to react. it works, trust me. It does. Still getting a bit squiffy here. I don't know what it's going to do when the temperatures are up. So I guess we'll have to just run a couple of laps and find out. 203.2 to beat then. In the Fezzer. Might turn out that that McLaren was actually pretty quick after all. Just the rear end needed to be trained. See, I'm being cautious through here because my brain is stuck in the McLaren. I don't want to do anything. I want to kind of drive these laps at around 90%. I don't want to spin off or skid the tires because I need the tire information. I need the pressure information and the temperatures to build the setup. So I've got to try and keep it neat and tidy. I'm not braking as much as I should. I'm not stamping on the brakes hard enough. Bollocks. When was this lap? Never mind. I don't know how the lap got invalidated. Is this my out lap? Probably. Clearly my brain is melting. Okay, here we go. It's not my out lap anyway, so... Perfect. I think maybe I'm just running a little bit too quick through there. I certainly don't want to slow it down. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm just concentrating on what the car's doing. Oh wow, look at the anti-roll bar. Bigger numbers. Okay, so I think I'm going to go down a couple of steps on that. What else was there? I can never remember which section the bloody brakes are in. Is it there? Yeah. Just the understeer into the slow corners. Okay, tires. Up there, leave that as it is. Okay, temps are 4, 3, 4, 3. Can live with that. Yeah, we were on for a decent lap time there. It was going to be like 1.5 seconds quicker than the 1:04.9, which would have given us a 1:03.4, which would have been 2/10 off where we were. So it could have been a 1:03.4. Plus these setup changes now could make us go quicker than that if I get a decent lap in. This has got 2 traction controls. The second one controls the, if you like, aggressiveness of the first one. Oh wow, look where the rear wing is. Sometimes you have to run a high rear wing. I'm going to take one off. What is it here? Oh, minus 0.2 difference. Is this a figure that's under load? Because of course, hey. Oh, front aero variation. Gotcha. Sorry, I thought it was ride height variation. Yeah, okay. Let's go down to 9 then. That'll give us a bit more turning on the fast corners and a bit more speed on the straight, but it can make it a little bit less stable. Okay. Hey Malcolm, how are you, sir? The center support of the windscreen would distract me. Yeah, it doesn't, man, because after like, I don't know, you're halfway through a lap, you don't even see it anymore. I never even noticed it was there until you said it. So this car's got a completely different feel to it than the McLaren had. Totally different feel. The way it responds into the corners is completely different. But I think in some areas it feels like it's a bit more compliant. So yeah, we'll see. Don't forget to leave a like, guys. See if I can get to 10 likes. 10 likes. If I was Jimmy Broadbent, I'd have like 2,000 people watching now. But he knows how to drive, so... or sim race, I should say. Just about holds onto that corner when I go through. I don't brake, I just let it coast through and see if it can hold it. It can just about do it. Done? What's done? Oh, done. Sorry. Yeah. The likes. Cool. Thank you. Alright guys, here we go. The car's still not quite there yet. It takes about 3 laps, I would say, to get it up to temp. First hot lap, not really. Yeah, I went out wide because I hit that curb on the inside. Shouldn't have done that. The lap's fucked already. But we're going to run it anyway to get, because it's important data to get the lap time comparison. Are you listening, race room? It's important data, even though your lap's invalid. Race room racing experience. Are you listening? Of course you aren't. In race room, if you validate your lap time, it doesn't keep counting in red like this one. It just gives you a load of dashes, so you can't see, you've got no reference, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You know, it's ridiculous. See, I'm doing everything early there. I brake early and I turn in early. So I think if I don't, it's not going to make it. I know we've lost like half a second already, despite the time that we've got on the board already. We're still half a second short where we should be. Let's see where we are here. This lap isn't going to count. Okay, so I can't brake later. On the last lap I felt I could brake a bit later and get through the corner. Today, I find out that I can't. Go fuck yourself. I was hoping to try and do some of that off-roading without damaging the tyres too much, but then the game just took over. Decided that it wasn't going to let me do that. Yeah, thanks for that, Malcolm. Make me feel a bit more inadequate than I really am. Already am. I have a 2:03.2 to beat. And that way I'll be quicker than the McLaren that I drove earlier. 2:03.2. And it's hopefully it's in the car. Okay, I'm going to do it a bit later on the next lap. See if the car can still hold on. Okay, Mon. Trying not to choke. think I'm gonna have to go second gear through here. It's not the right gear, I don't want to do it, but man. Time to get an itchy back. It's not quick enough though yet. I can feel the car struggling. It almost feels like it's heavy. You bugger, she's a nightmare going through that last corner.
Well done, mate. That's the best.
Quite a way off the McLaren time. Setup wise, it's early days yet. I had to sacrifice all of my lap time so the lap wouldn't be invalidated. Stupid, eh? If you're not going to post a competitive lap time, what's the point of having it valid? Having a scratch. Oh. Hello, Cosmic. Thought I'd give second gear a try. Seems to have worked okay. A bit of time there, I think. Oh, this car Oh, it just about hangs on there. Bollocks, my fault, and I know what I did wrong as well. Lost a shitload of time there. We're still quicker, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Considering how much time's just been lost. And I got an idea of the changes to make the next time we pit. Tire pressures are very good. I'm happy with those.
Wel dan mee, dat was het best.
Oops. Yeah. I got a bit too fucking greedy there, didn't I? Let's have a look at my greed in action. My throat is in a bad way. Ugh. Okay, well I screwed it up on the corner before. The potential is there to be quicker. Yeah, I'm supposed to be, these wheels on the left are supposed to be hitting this curb here. And I'm a little ways out. So that, just missing that. Yeah. Domino effect. Okay, so let me think. So pressures then, 1, 1, 1, 2. I'm gonna come down even more here. I don't know whether to just pop this up a little bit or what. Bear with me guys, I'm just having a think. So my wheel rate is how much force is needed to compress the suspension. So it's basically how stiff your springs are. It's a fairly smooth track, I would say, so we can maybe run these a bit stiff. Well, it is a little bit smooth. It's not an overly bumpy track, so we could run a little bit stiffer. But you get more grip if you soften them, so I'm just going to go down on the front a little, see if we can get a bit better turn in. So what have we done? We've changed the left front suspension spring rate down 1, and the anti-roll bar's gone down a couple. Tire pressures, I altered those because I had to. Temperatures, wow, that's not very good. This is on the limit. That's not good. Okay, we've got some changes to be making. So we have 111. Oh, sorry, I was reading that as 101. All right, that's fine. I read it as 101, and I thought, yeah, that's no good. Right, what do we got here then? We've got 79 on the outside, 84 on the inside. I don't want to be any worse than that. Okay. Rear then. Wow, there's a 7-degree difference here. So. clicking, but you're not doing shit. Okay, here we go. If you're not... See, this is a stupid thing. If I'm at my minimum, don't click if you can't do anything. Stop. Only beep when you're actually making a change. I say. I want to run these cambers the same on the back. And I think I don't want to make too many changes. Hello, angry citizen. All well? I don't know. I might be. I might not be. Caracas. Hello from the UK. Well, hello from the UK back. I'm doing okay, matey. How are you? Chasing lap times. Right, we need to find half a second to match the McLaren. Anything above to beat it. There's half a second in this car. I'm sure of it. As long as I remember to turn the TC down for the hot lap. So I'm looking for just better turn-in, but without the car getting upset about it. Felt slightly better considering it's an outlap. If I could get a good turn in into that corner, I could stay in second gear and it would be better. But sometimes I'm having to go in there so slow that I'm having to switch down to first. Clip the curb. There you go. Okay, it's feeling like it's turning in a bit better. Let's see if that translates into lap time. Oh dear. That wasn't too good. Too hesitant. Whoa, Scheitenhausen. My fault for changing gear in the wrong moment in the middle of the corner. That wasn't a good move. So, yeah, it's your own fault. I don't think I can claw that time back anyway. The brakes feel really good on this, like I can brake a lot later than I could in the McLaren. I should try and take advantage of it. I can't claw that 4/10 back. Damn you. That's my fault for looking at the chat. My lap was burned anyway, it doesn't matter. It's got that McLaren spin turn, hasn't it? It's fine if it can hold on, but it's not holding on. It's costing me time. So it looks like these setup changes not quite the right thing yet. Come on, sweetheart. Where am I going to get half a second out of this? Third gear? Really? Really? You're not concentrating. And that is true. I'm not concentrating. Holy crap. Ideally I want to put the rear anti-roll bar down, but there's not a lot of wiggle room there. These are just random changes now. T3. It's not so easy to just change my driving style just like that. To be hitting more of that apex. Hey, Gumbo. Heartbreak. Fucking heartbreak, man. Went from, we were green all up until the middle of the first corner, and then it all went tits up after that. And now we're in an unrecoverable lap time, because we're not going to be able to get this time back, and we're just getting fucking slower. What I should be doing is saving my progress, and I'm not doing it. So let's see if I can remember where I was. I'm okay with that. Let's bring that back down to there, as that wasn't working. And then the bump stop range was 0. I'm going to switch my steer ratio down. Brake bias I'm keeping. Not bothered about tyres. That's okay. That's okay. What the frig do I need to do? This is crazy because instead of trying to, what I'm doing now is instead of trying to go for the lap that I wanted, the lap time that I wanted to aim for, I'm now just trying to get this Ferrari to match the McLaren lap time. Which is not where I want to be. It's not, I'm not in a good place here. Hey, Solar. Yeah, I know it's not ideal to be doing it on a live stream chatting, but because you know, I did a 4, 5, 6, 7 hour live stream, whatever the hell it was. And I was lapping and lapping and lapping and lapping and lapping and lapping and lapping in this particular car, Bentley I think it was, in Suzuka, and I could only do a 2:04.9. Then, whenever it was later in the future, I loaded it up, same everything, loaded up the setup. On my second hot lap, 2:04.2, 7/10ths quicker, just boom, straight away. But it is what it is. See, I'm turning the wheel and nothing's happening. The car just goes straight on. Steer, rumbling free. Yeah, it's completely, the car's completely power sliding everywhere on the entry into the fast corners. Power sliding isn't the correct term, but I'm driving, so I can't think of the correct term. It's scrubbing 4 wheels. after this we'll get some cars on the road. Christ. Why is the exit losing time? I was so friggin' concerned that I hadn't, well, I thought I was going to lose my lap there, and I didn't. I'm so easily fucking distracted. What the fuck am I going to do here? Should I go 2 settings on here? Might be a bit much though. It doesn't take much to unsettle the car completely. Just one tiny click can make a massive difference. That's okay, Gogs, no worries. Come on, hairy paw. This is the worst way to drive any driving game. Chase view should be banned from all driving games for life. Good for analysis purposes, but you shouldn't be driving it. Allow it in replays. See, the car wasn't doing this before. Car's just not interested in turning at all. It couldn't give a fridge. Okay, let's get a bit aggressive here, see what we can do. Oh God, this lump inside my body, it's just driving me up the wall. Freak, you fucking freak. This corner. I think we have to start again. We have to start again. Start the setup from the beginning again and just go a different way, because this is fucked. get any better. I'll rephrase that to be more accurate. I can get better. The time's there. I just can't seem to do it as of right now. I'll dial it in. If I can be even asked. But right now, I've got stuff going on inside my abdomen and I don't know. It's just making me, it's distracting me. Now then. Dynamic weather means it's changeable from the outset. So if we start cloudy, but light rain, all the setup I've been working on is for a dry setup. So I don't know whether, well, it's Silverstone, so screw it. It's always raining at Silverstone. I'll just stick some some wet tires on this setup and see what happens.
Alright, conditions are wet. We have some slippery curves, and also watch out for your braking distance.
No, alright, this is going to have to be just a guess. So it's rain, so we need more pressure because the tires are going to be colder, so we need to have more starting pressure. Quite how much, I don't know. I have no idea how many that was, but it was too much. Traction control and ABS up. Fuel. Fuck, 15 minutes. 15-minute race, 2 minutes a lap. 30 minutes. 30. Fuck. 7.5 laps, 8 laps. We should be good here then. 3 litres per lap. I put 32 in, that should give us 10 laps. That should be plenty. I'll stay with that. And aero, definitely up there. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Let's see.
Go in double file.
I hope it's going to put my wife... Okay, it did. Come on then. I'm almost last. So that means I'm going to be. I guarantee you before the first sequence of corners, the cars behind me will be in front and I'll be in last place. I guarantee it.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Now, I can't remember. I don't know if I got hit or if it was just down to traction.
Alright, we have some wet conditions. Remember that curves are slippery and watch your braking distance. Stay in double file.
I couldn't stop. But I told you I would be last, didn't I? The game's got this built-in feature that has player must be last on first lap. That's built in, especially for me. It was a downloadable content.
Alright, there's some rain in this session.
Fuck off!
Slippery curves.
Right, come on. I don't know why my traction is... Oh, did I set the traction that low? Wow, I must have set it really low to start with. The rain's not so bad now. Oh, yes it is. Getting through turn 1 is a frigging nightmare.
Green light, show them where to go.
Oh my god, we actually got past the first 200 meters. Bentley, I didn't know you were going to break that early. Concertina effect.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, you have to leave room.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, well, if you want to just park on the corner. Well, that's a rarity, guys, when you have a collision with an AI car and the AI car comes off worse. That's rare.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
This is the difficulty setting I used for Suzuka, and it was tough. Here it's easier. Oh, come on! Driving Miss Daisy. Yep, throttling down on the curbs. Bad idea. Has the game put me last? No. It will not be happy that I'm not last.
Car on the right.
Go on.
Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Traction control is tricky as well, because if you have too much of it, you're going to be way too slow. If you have too little, you're going to be in the wall. Ugh.
Car on
back to where I was. Hello, McLaren.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm coming for you.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Now I'm back to this guy. I can be so much quicker through here without the traffic.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. 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 Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
The rain's going to get heavier as well, guys. The race will probably end before it does. In 10 minutes we're going to get heavier rain, but we've only got 8 minutes of the race left. Doesn't want to turn in at all.
You're halfway through. Keep pushing.
I'm not going to stop, am I? This car does not like hitting the curbs in the wet at all. I seem to have stalled out now. But before I was catching. Now I've stalled. Top 10. moment there. Oh, too much curb, Rusty. What are you doing? We got here 3 Porsches. It just looked like it. But it's not. There's no Porsches here at all. It's a Mercedes and a Jag and a Lexus. Alexis, you've been holding everybody up. Thanks.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Leaders on final lap now.
One more lap. I don't think we can get the Nissan. That's what see, you know the leaderboard in the bottom left corner? Well, I glanced down and that's what caught me off the track. So now 7th place is the best I can hope for. Any chance of catching that car in front? I looked down to see what kind of car it was. Identified it as a Nissan, went off the track. Well done, Rusty. Cost yourself a place. doesn't want to steer. Every lap I've been off there. Yeah,
Has finished the race.
I reckon we had a good shot at 6th place there. But now, because I fucked up at the other lap, on the previous lap, I would need another 4 or 5 laps to get back to where I was.
Alright, the race is over. Good job, mate. Let's bring it back to the pits.
Scheisenhausen. Doesn't the game put on dry tyres? Sorry. I'll reverse that. Doesn't the game put on wet tyres? I'm pretty sure it puts on the right tyres for the condition. It always has done in the past, but we'll check it. So that yellow on the front grille there is part of the yellow that we assigned for the day for the running auxiliary lights, for the auxiliary lights, yeah. Oh. Yeah, they're wet tires, guys. 100% wet tires. Pirelli. If they were dry, then they were pretty amazing tires. Oh, understeer. You can see the suspension at work here. Bye-bye. Yeah, definitely wet. You freaked me out there. I thought, if I can do that on dry tires, yeah, I'm in good shape. But you could see, in the next 10 minutes it was going to get heavier, and in the next 30 minutes, you know, same again, it was just going to get heavier. So, we were okay. Well, what did we get? 7th out from 18th? Not bad considering the setup was pretty much crap. It wasn't a great setup at all. I should really try and push forward more with my career. I have no idea where I'm up to, what the next thing is. And there's updates coming soon for this, and more cars are coming. What the hell's this? Oh, Brands Hatch. And the car. What is this? Finish the race on the podium. How many laps? Finish the race 6th or better for the silver medal. Finish in the top 10 for the bronze. Complete all sessions without skipping. Oh, Jesus. What does that mean? But practice, complete at least 2 overtakes. Score 100% valid laps. Yeah, you're asking a bit much there, buddy. What are we looking at? Oh, 20 minutes. Starting from the top, starting from pole position. But we have a mandatory pit stop, and this is where I'm going to run into problems because I don't have my keys or any buttons on the steering wheel set up. Actually, I might do, but I can't do it here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, guys. Go back. If I go into Practicio, yeah, because I don't think I have all of the keys set up. So when I'm, people have got steering wheels with like 10,000 buttons on them, and they can set them up for all sorts. So they've got button boxes, and I don't have any of that stuff.
Green light. Go, go, go.
So if I'm out on track, for example, and I'm on lap 23 and I'm about to pit, I've got to plan my, I've got to tell my crew, how much fuel, whether I want to have them fix the damage, that kind of crap. So, do I have a button for it? I'm just running through my buttons. I know these are traction. I've got 2 buttons that don't appear to be doing anything. That's a good thing. What does that one do? That's engine mapping. So engine map is on those 2 buttons. Traction control is on those 2 buttons. ABS setting is supposed to be on one of these lower buttons, but that's not working. No, that's not working. So I've got 2 buttons on my wheel that are not doing anything. So this might sound like it's an easy thing, but it isn't. I don't think so anyway. Not from what I remember here, user interface. So, look, these are all the different multi-function display buttons, and what we want is to bring up the pit stop one. So, if I see, and we can't have up and down. Oh, that's the cycle HUD up and down. Cycle HUD MFD up and down. I want to go to the next entry, Let's have a look, see what it does. If I choose that for my pit stop, oh, it's not going to take it. Oh, that's the wiper, okay. Well, I don't need that. Okay, what's this one doing? Pit limiter, of course. Well, the wiper's automatic, so I don't need toggle wiper. So let's get toggle wiper out of here. I don't think it's any of these. Toggle wiper. Button 8. Bye-bye. Okay, so now MFD pit stop. Button 8. Okay. Right, so now, you can use the cursor keys. So cursor keys, pit limiter off and on. I think it's handled automatically anyway. Whether to add fuel. This is something you would set in your car setup. So they know what to do when you come in, how much fuel to add. And then it tells you here, like, whether you want to repair anything. You can just... Now, what's the toggle on this? Okay, so that's left and right. It's toggling those. So that tells it if I have any suspension or bodywork damage, don't do a thing. But there's also something somewhere where if you have damage to your car, it will tell you, like, you've got 9 seconds of extra time in the pit stop to repair the damage, or 3 seconds, or, well, not 3 seconds, but 30 seconds, you know, if you've got some bad damage. But that's not showing here, but as I've got no damage, maybe that's why it's not doing it. Okay, so if I press this button again, it's not getting rid of it, it's not toggling the thing. It doesn't toggle it off. Alright. It gets complicated. So it was Porsche button 8, wasn't it? It's such a complex thing, this. And then you've got this, which controls the cycling of the MFD. So that's the pit stop. But if you... Usable with shift, no. If you press it again, it doesn't take it away. It's not a toggle. Damn you. There must be a binding to get rid of it. I'd have to assign it to a key first to see if it works. And then put it on the wheel afterwards. Oh no, guys. User interface. You can use the D-pad. That's handy. And back button 6. Which is button 6? Don't know. Alright, so does it work? No. Yeah, I don't know what button 6 is. Yeah, so I can enable this menu, but I can't get rid of it with the wheel. There may be a key. Why is it so complicated? Shouldn't this be a lot easier? So when you bring up the MFD, see you've got cycle up and down, but there's no off and on. Am I missing something here? I mean, clearly. You've got real-time position, you've got your standings. Oh, wait a minute though. Just a second. Okay, this isn't working here. So U, I, and O. Okay. I wonder. U. Aha, it's U to put it back to where it was. So you have to have one. Right. That doesn't tell you your damage time either, does it? So that's the overall. That's mine. Okay, I guess I can press the U key on the way out of the pits. Alright, I think I'm okay, but I'm not going to do the career thing. trying to get it to come towards me, but yeah, that yellow grille, I think is the color is controllable by the auxiliary lights, because they are actually lights. And there's also a button you can use to flash your headlights at people to distract them and just being, but I don't know what that is either. Anyway, right, I think I'm done really with this, because I can't think what else I want to do with it. Hunting for fastest lap, following your own ghost car. So we can have a quick look at though. In the quick race, we can have, what's another track that I'm familiar with? Do any of these circuits have actual proper night lighting? I don't think so. Mount Panorama or Bathurst is a demon of a track. And I wanted to set up a night race in the rain, but to do it here, look at this. This is not the place to do it. If I go into practice, we'll pick another car as well. We'll pick Mount Panorama. I suck on this track, but I wish I didn't. It's those left and right turns, one after the other. Some of them are tight, some of them are less tight, and it's just remembering which ones are coming up next. So I'll show you this track. If you don't know it, it's a crazy track. Let's take the GT4 Ginetta. No, we should take something faster though. The GT3s are better. Aston Martin. How about the Honda NSX? Okay. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Alright, check this out. This bit, the squiggly bit. Yeah. Yeah, major. I hate this. Yeah, I think up and down either moves the it either moves the, what would you call it, the cursor, whatever the cursors are, up or down, or it moves, or it cycles the MFD to the next screen. I'm not quite sure which.
Green light, go, go, go.
Thankfully I've got damage off, because I'm about to die. Maybe, we'll see. What car am I in? Honda. Okay. Like it matters. So, safe setup then. I'll go from here. So, long straight down here, up and down the hills. Heavy braking into a right-hander. Left, which tightens, I believe. Yeah, you need to, I'm on the inside and I need to be on the outside. That's how bad this car is turning strangely though. Yeah, this car is crazy at the moment. When I see the alien sim racers race this, it's crazy how fast they go through here. Like I couldn't in my wildest dreams imagine going through that quick. Just the last corner. Yep. The car feels strange though. oversteering badly. Okay, I didn't know what my braking point was going to be there, just guessed it. I showed this track in Flight Simulator. Mount Panorama. Oh my god, I'm turning in too early, clattering the inside curb when I shouldn't even be touching it. Doing better than I thought I would. Maybe it's because I've watched people race this track for hours on end. Not concentrating. Not concentrating. And yet I can race around the Nordschleife like no one's business. And that's the most dangerous, longest track in the world. This is nothing compared to Nordschleife. But it's like this is the other way around. This car does not like hitting curbs. What if I can get a clean lap round here? I'm assuming that hitting a wall invalidates the lap. I thought I was going to do really a lot worse. Yeah, I'm in the wrong position on the track there. Oh, I missed the apex. Missed the apex. Wow, that went wrong 3 corners ago. Oh man, the car just got, the tyres said no thanks, not gripping anymore. Oh my god, what the hell. Did I pick the wrong car? Yeah. Yeah, I did. This is the most nervous car I've driven in this game. What's in the petrol tank? Red Bull? Or Monster energy drink? Crack cocaine maybe? I have to do a different car because there's something fundamentally wrong with that car. Ouch. I'm sure that guy just said chicken leg. Anyway.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Hello, Martin, how you doing? Right, let's see if this car feels a little less nervous. Not yet, but then again the tyres are cold and stuff. I've seen people race this track, you know, in the night, in the rain, and you can't see anything. You know, you've got a car in front of you, and with the rain spray, you can't see anything. You haven't got a clue where to brake. It's all guesswork. This car's even bloody worse. Maybe it's this track. This car's even worse. Must be something to do with the default setup for this particular track, because it's got that twisty middle section. I think the devs have made setups that are just super twitchy. Where am I getting this habit of clipping the inside curb? I think it's because I'm just used to hitting the apex, and a lot of these curbs are like, they're not flat curbs, they're bumpy ones. And this car is twitchier than a hypochondriac in a medical section of a library. I think it's these stupid setups. You need a setup from a different track because the devs have just gone mental with this. But you get the idea. If that's meant to be a safe setup, I'd hate to see what the aggressive one's like. Anyway, I am worn out. So I'm going to get something to eat and see if I can find a way to watch that. Because that Drive, what is it called? Drive to Survive series is out. And yeah, going to see if I can watch it. Netflix thing. Over dramatized, embellished storylines, the usual, like what they've been doing for the last 3 seasons. But nevertheless, it's exciting to watch, even though you have to take a lot of it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, for those who don't know, Drive to Survive is basically a documentary that followed the previous Formula One season. I can't wait to see what they're going to say at the end. About the end of it. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess as it's been, what, 3 months? Maybe doing a discussion about the final F1 races might be a little bit too late now. I guess. But it would be cool to do it though. Yeah. Wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that, Martin. I don't know whether there were any good bits. That's not up to me to decide. All right, Mon, take care, man. Yeah, I don't know was there any good bits? I got no idea. Become a director. Yeah, that's what I want to be doing. Replays. What have I got this set to anyway? Oh, high, epic. Yeah, I've got this turned up pretty high in most places, and virtual reality is there. This is really good in VR. This and R-Factor 2, I think, are my favorite VR sims. But it's like Elite Dangerous, you know. I have VR, but I don't. Because I don't play Elite in VR, and I should because it's cool. But I think Odyssey, yeah, not so much. But it's because whenever I'm playing Elite Dangerous, I'm usually streaming it at the same time, and so I don't really play it without streaming it these days. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let it go. So, no, I don't want to keep you any longer. And so until then, till the next one, which will probably be Sunday's Elite Dangerous stream, depending on how Frontier. I don't know. Sick of them. Anyway, till then, guys, have a good one. Have a good day, good rest of the day, and a good tomorrow. And I will see you on Sunday. So until then, take care. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it is Saturday tomorrow. Sorry. Getting mixed up with my days. Yeah, I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.